Archangel Jibril, the Holy Spirit, explains about the crop circle. And such this is when I would like to be compared with the evil aliens, the owner of UFO, that also have already come here. Thus I made a trace through crop circle. I announce that crop circle is the creation of angels. I could say that it is the Holy Spirit's theme, and they have initiated the creation of crop circle long before now. Thus, since 1966, people have already found crop circle in Tali, Australia. Although the construction was still simple and did not give deep impression, since during that time the angels were still exploring the way to create crop circle. Thus, actually, angels also need to explore first whatever they have never done before. And I need to explain that in the world of angels exists also preliminary understanding in practicing something that is still unfamiliar to the angels, for they have not done it before. So when the time comes, crop circle is already perfect and proper to be presented as a surprise. It has to be understood that the world of human should be motivated to acknowledge the creation of angels, which is sophisticated, before we come to make an astonishing statement. It should be a reliable evidence, embracing our statement upon the coming of heaven on this earth. While awaiting the kingdom of Eden and heaven of Eden to be officially declared by God, we use the time to make us busy by creating crop circles in various places in the world. And when I made my appearance to meet Leah Eden at her house in 1974, in my shape as a glowing ball, I indicate that incident by creating actively the construction of crop circles, which are more challenging to make. Thus, crop circles in various countries in the world, I announce those are my creations, as well as the angels who work with me to give the image of heaven that is being established on this earth. And for the sake of attracting the world public attention upon a beautiful miracle, yet can be detected not who creates them, especially when it is done only in one night. It is a number of unanswered surprises before the time comes. Heaven is awaited, heaven will answer. Verily, the image of heaven is being established on this earth. We start by creating crop circles that are spread in various places around this world. Indeed, the existence of crop circles is impossible without a very special purpose. And until now, the creation of crop circles is full of an unanswered mystery. Such is the meaning of heaven, that is full of beautiful mystery. The existence of crop circles can be meant as the proclamation of the coming of heaven. The creation of crop circles pattern is required to have all aspects and non-aspects, in order to design a new and interesting pattern with a perfect level of precision and a very high accuracy. By considering the condition of the plants, weather, land, and a very limited time, every needed consideration becomes incredible when that outer space creation should be completed within a night. Therefore, humankind will be able to understand that there is technology from the invisible world that could create crop circle, which its dimension of accuracy is very precise, and it could only be possibly made by an advanced technology. A miracle which can be explained not, but can only be identified through its output, which is high-tech. If that is what happens, God's power is interpreted as the most high intelligence and is infinite, and the result can be duplicated not by whomsoever. Sometimes humans must be subjugated in such a way, for in this modern era, God's existence is considered only like a fairy tale. Human beings idolize their technology. Thus God comes surpassing all. His miracle is not just a cane that is able to be altered as a snake, or able to defy the sea, but it should be able to surpass human's technology. Crop circle cannot be denied as a miraculous creation. That is God's miracle for Eden, the heaven, which is going to be opened on this earth by God one day. And it is directly related to crop circle when I come to admit it. Thereof, naturally the creation still hits the condition of the field and plants that spread on it. Thus, we are also involved directly in producing the spread of field that is suitable to what we need to create a crop circle, which its dimension should be precise, surely needs a mature calculation. It is important, since the level of moisture or dryness of the land should also be calculated, for the plants should not be broken due to their fragility. Thus, consideration of weather becomes important. It is not good to make crop circle after the rain. If the plants are wet by the rain, the shape of the crop circle, when it dries, will change. At least, the lines will be blurring. As for the examination of the area to place the crop circle, it should choose a typical area that spreads close to a highland or a hill, so the view would be perfect when one sees from the above. Thus the tilt of the land should also be calculated. The land that is too tilted will lessen the density of the plants on one side. It is not easy to choose a paddy field, which its plants condition and the expanse of the land is suitable enough to make a crop circle. As much as possible, it should avoid a sloping land. And it is important to calculate the precision of the design ornaments of the crop circle, with the ornament on the other side, which is less dense, for it is located exactly between the flatland that has denser plants and the land with uncertain tilt position. The structure of the plants is not the same in a sense of their nature of growing and disperses. Thereof, since the beginning, the angels have anticipated the obstacles of the paddy field and the growth of the plants on the field that have been predicted. And it is a challenge that should be overcome, considering not every field's expanse is exotic enough, so it can create a perfect harmony. Therefore, the angels secretly train the farmers diligently to make their fields' expanses clean and have ordered lines. Thus we also fertilize the suitable land for crop circle. We squeeze the stems and leaves in accordance with the needs of the crop circle design that we are going to make. So the creation of crop circle will not face significant level of difficulties. Such is the intervention of our miracle is seen in taking care of the land and plants, which is intended to be the area of the crop circle. The growing nature of the plants will follow the influence of the similarity of quantity of sunlight and how much rain that falls upon the plants. Thus we are only able to make crop circle in the area with such condition. The making of crop circles should be done at night, so it will be a surprise for the public who live in the surrounding area of the crop circle, and should be able to finish perfectly within a night. And any sound should be heard not during the process of the creation of crop circle. Making a surprise always involves the awesome things that cannot be deciphered by human beings, where at that time we use the wonderful miracle of the angels. Honestly, we use the technology to create the crop circle by the UFO spaceship of the Holy Spirit, which is already equipped with devices to create all crop circles. How my UFO works and all its equipment I shall bring to prove that I am the creator of those crop circles. And I have the explanation for every crop circle that we have made. Verily, our equipment is a new technology which have never existed in human's world. And actually, the making of each of the prominent design, we translate it to the wheat or paddy field through a sort of computerized system. And in our work, we will facilitate it by utilizing some kind of laser cut, steamer, dryer, and excavator, so it was easier and safe. Since there is no need to dig for gouging out the stones or large chunks which bother and obstruct the construction of the crop circle design. Since all equipment are ready to be used for every level of difficulties and to perfectly treat the plants, which are not of the same shape of its direction and curve. I use those equipment to shape each direction and curve, to be proportional and well ordered, whilst arranging the leaves and the grains of the wheat or paddy meticulously. But it needs to be known that long before we make the crop circle, we have already taken care of the field in order to make us easier to apply our design. For it is impossible for us to make the crop circle without knowing well the character of the land and the plants that we have targeted to be made as crop circle. As much as possible, the identification of the field and the expanse of the wheat or paddy should be suitable with the design concept of crop circle we have prepared.